And so the ilm al-rububiyyah is knowledge of how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is manifesting himself in creation. Because the word in Arabic for the world, I mean, there are a few different words, but the main word that's used is alam. Rabbul Alameen. So this is how Fatiha begins. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So the alam is from alima, which is to know. And so alam is what you know. But if you look in Arabic, alam is called ismu ala. The pattern fa'al is the pattern of the instrument. So it's the noun of instrument. Instrument is what you do something with. And so in the Arabic language, for instance, if you say khatam, khatam is a seal. It's what you seal with. So it's the instrument of sealing. So alam is the instrument of your knowledge. It's what enables you to know. So the world is what enables us to know Allah. Right? Allah is the Rabbul Alameen. So He's created all these worlds, and this is how we know Him, through the world. So this is ilm al-rububiyyah. This is the fundamental aspect of the Quran. When you go into the Quran, you will see that constantly Allah is telling us to look at His creation. وَإِلَى الْإِبِرِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. Haven't you looked at the camel and how it's created? You know, زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحِ. We ornamented the skies. The heavens declare His glory. There are many verses, سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ فَانْظُرُوا, like traveling the earth and look and go and look at the previous civilizations. Look at what happened to them. Look at people who went astray and how they brought themselves to destruction. So Allah is throughout the Quran teaching us these things about divinity. So if you look, it affirms the existence of the Maker, Al-Bari, because Allah is Al-Khaliq, Al-Bari, Al-Musawwir. So the Khaliq brings existence out of non-existence. And then the Bari is the one who, from this world that He's created, the cosmos, so whatever the Big Bang was, suddenly you have all this material to work with. And so Allah creates that material, and then He works with it. He makes planets and solar systems, and then yusawwiru, and then He fashions from that all these things within creation. So these are the stages of creation are in that. And then He explains that creation indicates a creator. حاجة كل محدث لصانع, you know. وجوده له دليل قاطع. His existence has an apodictic proof. It has an absolute proof, a burhan for His existence, and that is that everything that is created needs a creator. You can't have something, and this is why, again, there's people that have tried to refute this, but this is the fundamental fitrah of people, that it is impossible for people to believe that things just come out of nothing. And we now know through our material sciences the dominant opinion. I mean, it could change, but the dominant opinion of cosmologists, which is the study of the cosmology is the study of where this all came from. The dominant opinion is that it had a beginning, right? There was this energy that exploded, and then suddenly we have this universe that's expanding, which is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِنَّ لَهُ مُسِعُونَ. We are expanding it, right? And then in the end, they call it the big crunch. And Allah calls it in the Quran, the طَيَّ السِّجِّل, like He rolls it up, like He rolls up a scroll. So we have the Big Bang and then the big crunch. And the Quran indicates both of those. And then also it affirms the unicity of God, which is the act of being one. Allah is simple. In theology, I use that term simple, which simply means that Allah is not compound. You know, there's no parts. So God doesn't have any parts. He's not, and that's what, you know, He's قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. He is absolutely unique and one in His acts, attributes, in His essence, His attributes, and His acts. He's one in all three, right? And so He's not three in one. He's one with those three dimensions. And this is why Trinity is, it's a really interesting thing in the world. That's why trigonometry is such a fascinating study, because it's hard to get out of triads. They're everywhere. And so you can see how Christian theologians fell into that mistake, which is what Allah warns them against in the Quran. لا تقولوا ثلاثة انتهوا. Don't say that.